Okay, so this is what there is in McGeezy, New Mexico. Practically nothing. And there's the 550 sign. Chaco culture, as you can see in that sign, is that one. Coming from the south, when you hit the turnoff road, there is a gas station and a mini mart. And that's the last, pretty much any sort of anything you can buy, you're going to see all the way to the park, which is quite an ordeal to get there on that road. Across the highway, after you turn to enter the park, right there is, if you don't get there too late in the day, a wonderful little stand that makes the best fry bread and Frito pie and Navajo tacos. Not expensive, very delicious. I highly recommend. So, well, guys, what a wonderful day. Well, there was a gentleman there, Apache, telling about how he grew up in a nice family community here. That's what it's all about. So, come and be adventurous. There. I do not know if I am right, but I think I am. I think in between those hills is Chaco. And the mesa with a bite taken out of it on the right, I would think would be a good guide to those people to say, you have made it, you are home. We will see if I am right that way. Well, here it is, folks, the most beautiful thing I've seen in this trip so far. Pavement! Right here at this cattle guard, where it starts, as that sign says, is 21 miles to the highway, and 11 miles of it is the worst road possible. Well, maybe the road over Rollins Pass at Needles Eye is worse, but you'd be in a Rocky Daihatsu for that. Hey, those guys over at Fastlane should come here and work your 4x4 vehicles and find some way to measure shock inside the vehicle and see which one of them shakes the worst if they all share the same track. But it doesn't matter now because no worse for the wear except for the dust in my car. My Mustang made it. And so did I. Here I am. And I was right. Here's that mountain with a bite taken out of it. There's the mesa in the middle. This was their entryway right here. Okay. Now there's the moon. Earlier it was so bright you could read by it. And I went to the astronomy uh, telescopes they had set up. We were looking at Jupiter to the right. Now it's behind the clouds, and Saturn to the left. That may be it up there, but I don't know if you could see it. Saw all the moons of Jupiter, well, 4 of the moons of Jupiter, and I think we saw Titan around Saturn over there. So, and then there's Mommy, my beautiful moon. Okay, so what we have is some of these beautiful purple flowers that I will honor my children with. Sorry, babe. There, in the fire. And these is grass to honor the world and helps to help to cure it, help to save it. And this is sage to honor my mother. And these beautiful, very unique pungent flowers are to honor my best friend Rhonda, whom I lost in 2014. By the way, all these were picked up way miles, many miles away by the highway, not on federal lands. So I will now, in the fire, this is to help save the world. It burns so nicely and beautifully, as I hope that energy goes to the world. These beautiful purple flowers are to bless my children with all of the blessings anyone could ever think of, but especially what they can think of. These wonderful smelling Not sure what they are. And there the light is. Yeah, you can see them now. My sister, Rhonda, I'll never forget you, and you're always with me, my dear. You're with me now. And this sage is for my mother. Thank you, Mama, for teaching me everything. I love the way sage smells. There we are. I don't need this light now. For all the purity there is, for all the love there is, and wisdom that our ancestors and those around us can teach us, and what we can teach them, and what Mommy Moon has taught us. Blessed be. Well, good morning, everybody. Hi. Here at the Gallo Campground at Chaco Culture. It's been a beautiful, well, God, I say beautiful too much. It's been a good night and a lovely morning. Obviously, that's east over there. And there's my car. And here's my little Alpine Merrimack 5. And I have the Mystique 1.5 that I love more, and I carry it all the time. But since I'm going to be here a few days, I brought this. And that is the REI tarp. Recognize the little bag there for tent stakes, but I'm using it as a tarp not only to cover in case of rainstorm, but a place to keep the firewood I brought from Kansas dry. And of course, this is their little fire pit. I put it out last night. So you can see I have quite a bit left in there besides what I brought. And the pitch they give you is huge. But I guess some people bring a huge tent. This sand is soft like the finest silt. Anyway, and that's the south wall, or I'm sorry, west wall. And you'll notice it hasn't calved that much, although it has right there shaved a little bit. But it didn't calve like the north and the south sides. In fact, there used to be a campsite underneath that one, right there on the other side of my car. That used to be a campsite. I'm sure glad nobody was there when that thing fell down. It is now under rocks. I wonder if the fracking had something to do with it. I mean, when I was on the way here, it was not even 20 miles away, as the crow flies. There was these huge oil and gas processing and storage facilities. And anytime you drive, when you're driving here, there are just utility, for oil and gas trucks everywhere for the people that are harvesting that stuff. I don't really know if there is a safe distance to Chaco ruins and canyon for fracking. Is it 50, 100 miles? I bet it's more than 20. Is it me, or does that look like a dolphin jumping out of the water to get a frog up on the beach or something? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Fresh sign of calf right over there. See that clean spot? Look at that. That's fresh right there. You can see the powder on the ground. That didn't fall too long ago. I'm pretty sure I saw in other videos and pictures that there used to be more of these Pueblo, they're descendants of Anasazi, dwellings here instead of just that one house. You can see some fresh calving over there. See that? I think a lot of those may have gotten knocked down. But I know that happens naturally, but they've been there for almost 1,000 years. I just wanted to show you this land in between the two washes here at Chaco Wash. Some of it, I mean, looks like it had been worked a long time ago. Although there's really not much evidence of it now, 900 years later. Hey, that's as old as the doctor. Oh wait, the doctor's older now. It's just so amazing, guys. I'm in the structures. These walls, oh God, they feel so real. And these timbers to hold the ceilings between floors, they've been here 900 years and they're not even rotten. That's good wood. And look how high these stories went. This was at least 3 stories, possibly 4. And if you go over here, here's an underground room. I see footy prints, so people have gone in there without getting hit up by spirits. So I think I'm going to go in there. And this is a T-shaped door, which means it was, wider. It was probably used to move big things. This is incredible. Now look at this window here, above this chamber, at this entryway. This shone light through on a room on the other side, only on the winter solstice. There's only 7 windows like this in the whole place. Well, apparently that mess over there happened in 1941, and that whole cliff face came down and smashed a whole bunch of houses that were over there. They called it Threatening Rock. I know a rock like that on the way to Nederland from Boulder that always scared me. But this one was much bigger. And the whole thing came down. Oh wow, this is so amazing. By the way, over there, that one, look at this plaza where people gathered and whatnot. Probably had trading, little vending booths set up everywhere. Pretty awesome. That might have been the main entry point to the city where we just walked in. And this over here is where Carl Sagan went down when he did Cosmos. And there are 28 of those holes, obviously days of the month. There's another big plaza on the other side, probably west side. I don't know, parades, whatnot. I'll go over there to that one. Here's some more kivas. Doesn't look like they're letting us go down in any of the kivas. They're too sacred, maybe. I don't know. But all I know is that I sit here and stand in the middle of this city, because it was a city with thousands of people staying in it. Thousands. And all I can think of is 99 Luftballons. And I'm standing here and feeling pretty in this dust that was a city. Wow. These were little towers. You had to have lookouts. And there's the next pueblo over there. And this is what it looked like. I guess looking off to the west. Wow. I'm standing up here. And this went higher from where I'm standing, at least another 20 feet, guys. In this dust that really was a city. Pictures don't do it justice. Guidebooks don't do it justice. I'm in a city. There are people everywhere. Just like they would be anywhere. In any city. You can see the clean break. Wow. See so many other ones that look like that. Look at that one down there. Looks like it's barely holding on. Well, it looks like I have to walk underneath the scary rock. Hope it doesn't fall on me. Over there, you can see where they had little platforms and climbed to make some of these petroglyphs. This place is so humbling. It feels small, but alive. You can get really up close and personal with some of the strange patterns of wear on this rock. Look at that, it almost looks like honeycomb. It's sandstone. So, ice, wind, water, they all do their damage, but this is one of the more amazing examples I've ever seen. Well, guys, this is one they call complex panels, and if I zoom in, you can see why. There is a lot of stuff on this wall. I'll zoom in really good and take your time and figure it out for yourself. Gott in Himmel. So guys, get a load of these. Look at those symbols. And then over here, these complex ones. And that bottom one that looks like kind of like a snail, someone in modern times is trying to imitate. Not the same. But look what they did. It almost looks like there's even a drawing of the Puebla. They had to express themselves. Artists are great. That's why I'm glad I have them in my house. I am very fortunate that way. Okay, so even though this is wide and beautiful, I found I was wrong. This was actually originally much narrower. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, there were people that grazed the sheep and livestock through here, and they ate everything down to the nub. And the rains came and made this. Now, no more grazing is allowed, but the damage is done, and it comes all the way up to this road. Still, there are trees down there, and there weren't before. I guess that's something. I was wrong, but it's still remarkable. And that's the wood I brought from home. It's Ozark orange. And that cairn was built not by me, but it was already here when I got here. I'm pleased. They're not an anomaly. They're the source. And so many other Indian nations that have evolved from them and through them and around them. This does not lessen them to call the Chaco by their right name. In this county, in this box canyon I'm in, and sit here and say this. In this county that is Chaco County, their nation, their cities lie all about. They reached a height that inspired and spawned many others. Look, an ice machine. I wish someone had told me of this. I could have brought a cooler. Hello, friend. How are you, friend? Oh, really? I wish I could speak your language. Friend. You are beautiful, are you not? There he is. Talk. Talk. Hey, I understand that the Chaco Nation were some of the first people to eat chocolate in what's now the United States, and that they left some laying around. Waste not, want not. Have you found any? Could you show me where it is? Can I have some? Are you looking at me funny? And by the way, the observatory's back there. There are actually two telescopes. We had them both trained last night. Oh, is really? Okay. I don't know tonight if the skies will be favorable with the clouds. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Bye, buddy. Okay, we're in a museum. Look, guys, this is where I was today. We walked in over there. And we walked all around back in those rooms, around that kiva. There's that funny window back there. We were on this plaza and that plaza. And back there, in those heights, that's what was destroyed by the rockfall in 1941. But you can see, now this was many, many stories high. Hundreds and hundreds of rooms. I'm going to have a big fire tonight. I got enough wood for a lot. So I'm pretty upset. I was making a video with my tripod mounted camera, and I accidentally deleted hundreds of high quality zoomed pictures that I took with that fancy thing. When I get home, I'll try to restore them off the SD card, but I don't know what kind of luck I'll have. Well, it's not like I'm not coming back. And I have what I took with the phone. Look at that rock. God, it looks like it wants to fall any day too, doesn't it? It is at such an angle. Maybe you can't tell here on this film, but sitting here, it looks a lot more dangerous. So many things I saw today. This whole trip. Let's all be together, people. Get back to nature, get back to our friends and ourselves. You know, those roads that went for hundreds of miles that they built, they used them for 300 years to connect each other. And on the way here, I crossed the Goodnight Loving Trail, which was used for less than 20 to transport cattle when it was replaced by the railroad. So people evolved. These people evolved. And they gave birth, the Chaco Nation, the Chaco culture, the Chaco people gave birth to so many other Native American nations, and they adapted. But what they did here was special and unique. And what America does is special and unique. So let's all stay neighbors. Let's greet each other. Let's get back to nature itself, too. And bless to all of you. You should come and see this. It's worth a trip. Look at this, the most beautiful evening possibly imaginable. I am blessed. Talking about preservation of our soul, a World Heritage Site, and fracking came into it, and he said he wasn't allowed to discuss politics. But it's amazing that they make them sign an agreement not to discuss politics. Only people with something to hide quell free speech. These people that protect our country's soul from the vultures that try to steal it and take it and murder it like they did so many of the artifacts and wealth from this place when they discovered it and dug it up. Like the fracking going on less than 20 miles from here. They're the ones afraid of people talking because they know there's more of us than there is of them. Something to think about, people. I think our federal park employees ought to be able to be free to protect the park and not the people in office. So, what did I learn? I learned to connect with history in a way that was new and yet familiar at the same time. But I also learned that even as rewarding as a trip like this has been, I hereby vow that the next time I come back, I won't be going alone. And I don't just mean with the spirits. I mean someone will be here with me, corporeally. I'm ready to go back to my life. Hopefully, like Dr. Seuss's character in Trouble Getting to Soul Salute, now my problems are going to have problems with me. But still, worth it. Lonely, but necessary. Now I'm signing off. Reindeer Games out. See ya.